Hi friends, and welcome back to my cozy little corner on the internet where I do all cozy and wholesome gaming. If you're new here, my name is Glenny, and today I first want to say happy 2025. I hope you guys all had a fantastic holiday season and an amazing start to the new year. One of the games that I was playing over the holiday season was a game called Hydroponics Farm Store Game. It is a simulation game where you essentially own your own store, like organic fish and plant store, but you're also growing it in your own little greenhouse. So if you are a plant lover and you want to have your own farm, I guess a farm to store type of business, then this game was definitely for you. Hydroponics Farm and Store Simulator is an indie gem developed by Bioba Studios. It's available currently on Steam and brings a unique twist to the farming simulation genre by focusing on modern hydroponic techniques. Not only do you grow your own plants, but you also run your very own shop. It's almost like Stardew meets Business Tycoon Simulator, but with all the cozy vibes intact. I myself couldn't resist trying it out, and it's a perfect blend of relaxation and strategy. Just to give you a heads up, if you do get motion sickness very easily like I do, I would suggest for you to take some breaks playing these types of games. I know that I do get motion sickness in certain POVs, such as simulation games like this, but I also can't stop myself because simulation games are really addicting and I actually do really enjoy it. But other than that, my first impressions of the game is that I really did enjoy the game. I love to farm. I'm not the greatest in person, but I think it was very interesting to kind of put the machines together, and then you're able to kind of grow your own like greenhouse and you get to expand. It's pretty easy, pretty straightforward. You have to hit like kind of like your chapters in your progression to be able to unlock certain things, and you kind of just like go from there. It's pretty routine in terms of what you need to do on a day-to-day basis. Once you kind of have like a routine down, it's pretty easy of what to do next. So when it comes to first impressions of the game, I myself personally really did enjoy it. It's pretty straightforward. There is no like storyline or anything like that. There is like chapters that you have to hit to be able to proceed to the, I guess, the next chapter of your entrepreneurship life. And as you progress, you're able to hit these milestones and unlocks new things such as like equipment or seeds, unlock and make your greenhouse or your store bigger. I didn't really get that far in terms of how big my store can get, but I was able to get far enough to where I kind of had like a routine going on. I was able to hire employees to help me, and it was pretty fun to just put the equipment together and just kind of learn like how to organize everything, like strategically price your products or your fishes out to customers. So I really did enjoy that. It wasn't hard. It was very like straightforward. It's very simple. If you want something relaxing, it's definitely a game where you can just kind of sit, don't have to really think much, and then just kind of enjoy the progress and enjoy these little milestones that you can hit and achieve. In terms of the gameplay, the game's main loop is a mix of farming, crafting, and business management. You start small, growing just a few plants, but as you progress, like I mentioned, you unlock more advanced hydroponic setups and even customize your shop. There's a lot of freedom in how you want to manage your space, your employees. Like, do you focus on rare plants or create an affordable, eco-friendly shop for everyone? Literally, the choice is yours. And you know, don't worry, there is a learning curve, but it's very, very gentle. Like again, I mentioned, it's very easy and straightforward, and there's no real stress. There's no storyline. It's just little milestones to hit. In terms of like challenges or drawbacks that I saw with the game, it is still a little bit buggy. Sometimes I see my employees go into the front and drop something through the wall. So I don't know how that is going. What I don't like, I don't know if it's just me because I'm very OCD, but when they do harvest the plants or the, I guess, fish, they kind of don't organize it. So they organize in a way where it's like box after box after box, but there is a little corner or a space where I guess it's in alphabetical alphabetical order where you can actually stock up on specific plants or whatever that you harvest. So example, like romaine lettuce, it's in like one area, but I noticed that the, I guess, employees, they just kind of pick up boxes and just leave it on the table. So it's up to you to really like run around and organize it and put it into the correct boxes. I do wish that the employees, when they harvest stuff, they use the box. Let's say if there's a big box of romaine that does have space, I wish they would just use that box instead of creating multiple boxes and creating like a whole mess. Do you know what I mean? Or putting it into the shelf where I have originally organized it in the first place, because I find that I keep running around and having to waste my time organizing the boxes myself, when obviously on the boxes it's clearly labeled what plants or what fish is in those boxes. I also wish there was an option for the helpers to, when they're not only maintenance, harvesting or planting, but maybe like restocking, so they can help go out and restock the whatever containers that is missing. So for example, if one tank has like a specific fish that is in there and it's running low, I wish one could be assigned to restock that tank for that specific fish, because I find myself running around a lot. I mean, yes, I think it forces you to be active in the game, so you're not only hiring and just relying on them to do everything, but I think those little small things can like help, because I see that there are times where things go out of stock, but I'm over here still organizing or trying to figure out like, oh, what's out of stock. So I wish there was also like a little menu or like a navigation where it says how many is left on the floor of the store, so that way I can kind of, instead of having to go out and just see what's still in the little trays, the little containers for sale, I wish I could just be able to see it on my screen, like, okay, so we're running low on arugula, so let me restock that, instead of having to run back and forth and try to find things and try to reorganize things. I also wanted to see if there was a way to organize the fish, because they're, I guess, in alphabetical order, you're able to stock up plants or whatever harvest goods that you have. I never tried this, so I don't know if I'm able to actually put fish in it as well, but maybe there could be a section where I could organize the fish as well, because you probably see that there's so many boxes everywhere. I'm trying to put everything in place, but it's hard because there's just so many things that are being harvested and just not organized. So yeah, I think that was the one frustration, or I guess annoyance. It's not a make or break, but it definitely did annoy me that I know they're just computer AI, but I wish they're able to, you know, just not use 12 boxes for the same harvest goods. I wish they could just reuse the boxes, so it's just easier for me to put things in place. I don't know, maybe that's just me. I also didn't like know how to price my stuff, because there is a lot of freedom in terms of like how much you could price it for, but if I like go like $2 more, they don't buy it. So it's always very low, and how am I gonna earn money when things are just $2-3? So like I wish there was a recommended price. So like if I'm going in to edit the pricing for whatever harvest goods, I wish there was a recommended price that they would say, like you know how in Roller Coaster Tycoon or things like that, they would say a recommended price, I think, from what I remember. So that way you can kind of price it out accordingly. Also, if I had to nitpick, I feel like there should be a little bit more customer interaction. Like I want to know their feedback. I know it's just kind of randomized, but I want to know their feedback. Like, are they saying the prices are too high? Should I change it? Are they too low? Like if the prices are too low, can the game recommend to me to increase the pricing? You know what I mean? So it's just, there's a little, like, you know, those little helpful hints, but I do appreciate the freedom to just kind of do whatever I want, because it is technically my business. But those are just like the small little things that I wish they could add in. Another thing that I didn't like is that when I was decorating, I could only decorate so far the wallpaper, but I had to decorate the wallpaper like one by one, so it was like tile per tile, which was really annoying, and I didn't like that because I had to like, I can only bring so much, like 10 or something like that, and then if I run out I have to go back in. So I wish there was like a build mode where I'm able to organize and design my store or my greenhouse the way I want to. I find like the POV for it when I'm like moving things around, I didn't like it so much because I just couldn't see how everything was aligned. I wish the POV was more of like looking down. I don't like the POV to be set in like in front of me because it's just so hard to put things in place of how it looks, and then you're just running around and just like doing that. So that's something that I also didn't really like. It's not make or break, but I wish they could improve on that. I haven't really gone far enough to see like what other design aspects that is available for me as I progress with the game, but I do hope there are more options to kind of design and customize how I want things to look, because I personally love doing that. And so yeah, I'm just really excited to see, you know, any updates with the game, the roadmap. It came out like a few months ago, and I see that the developers are active, so I'm just hopeful that some of these changes and updates can be made to improve the gaming experience. But yeah, that's pretty much the little challenges and drawbacks that I had. Overall, Hydroponics Farm and Store Simulator is a relaxing and engaging experience that's perfect for fans of farming simulation or management games, or for anyone who literally just loves plants. It's ideal for those days when you just want a low stress, cozy vibe with just enough strategy to keep you hooked. I wholeheartedly recommend giving it a try, no pun intended. That's pretty much it, my friends. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I totally appreciate you guys taking the time to just sit and chat and talk about this new game, Hydroponics Farm and Store Simulation. If this is a game that is of interest to you, it is available on Steam. Otherwise, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel if you like content such as this, and let me know in the comments below what kind of plants do you want to farm in your garden, or I guess in your greenhouse. And let me know if this is a game that is something that you'd be interested in trying out. Otherwise, I'll see you guys next time on the next video. Bye!